Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Hanan. I'm from class 3A. My student ID is 222-321-0092. Here, I'm gonna presentation about why people becoming idiot with on technology. Okay, let's start. Did you all know that the technology is not the only taking over the world, but your brain too? Because Google is making us stupid. Life has become more complex, but we hardly ever notice it because technology has made complexity simple than ever. Computers are getting faster and smarter, but yet we are becoming slower and stupid. Therefore, this means the higher the technology, the slower it makes humans to solve the problem with our brains. This is the type of the question on the search bar, making this into a daily routine. Well, technology had an effect on how we communicated, but back in the day, people had communicating primarily by talking to each other in person. Next, what are the effects of technology is what does this addiction to technology do to us? Well, even if we are not addicted, technology can have an impact on our mental, physical, and emotional health and well-being. From causing stiffness to heightened anxiety, technology has seeped through all aspects of our lives. And if not used moderately, technology can really harm us despite all its benefits, ultimately by making us too dependent on it. All manner of technology surrounds us from our personals, laptops, tablets, and phones to behind the scenes technology that filters medicine, science, and education. Technology is here to stay, but always morphing and expanding as each new technology enters the scans. It has the potential to improve life, but in some cases, it also has the potential to negatively affect physical and emotional health. Next is society to dependent on technology. Well, technology plays a major role in our life. And most of us may find it hard to remember a time when phones, computers, tablets, and other devices weren't a part of everyday life. While technology certainly makes life easier and more convenient, many wonder whether or not our society is too dependent on technology. Technology, of course, has many innumerable benefits, but this dependency on phones and computer also have impacts for human negatively. First and the foremost, it has led users to be completely engrossed in their device. In fact, there is even something like a term to describe this nomophobia, and it also calls like no mobile phone phobia, which is when a person has an actually fear of losing or being away from their phone. Next is how exactly is technology messing up our brain is the first one is they just screwing up yourself, of course, and second you have easily distracted, and the third one you can remember much and you're much more forgetful than you used to be, and the last one you can concentrate on what you're reading. Next is the social effect technology. Well, there's no denying the fact that technology has made it easy for us to talk to our friends instantaneously, but at the same time, many of us have forgotten how to interact with others without the difference between us. Or they are able to see the difference as a cover up. For example, technology has led to an increase in instances like cyberbullying, which is one of the many dangers of technology among young people. Uh, and then technology maybe nowadays are prone to depression and suicidals because this is the age where they will deeply feel the emotional intense made by the surrender stressor. Teenagers nowadays are very excellent in seeking news and information, however, sometimes they cannot handle the situation when it bothers them by internalizing and reflect it to themselves. That adds to their burden of stressor, which may cause of depression. Yeah, and that's all. And next is finding the balance of technology and society. Well, technology has so many advantages, as we know, and benefits for society, and it's important for us to not to lose sight of that. So we critique the problems with relying on it too much. Like with anything, moderation is a good way to not become too dependent. To mitigate this, we need to find a healthy balance between technology and society. This could be mean limiting the amount of time you spend on your phone. Well, to giving yourself an opportunity to find the answer to a problem without immediately searching for it online is associated to dependent on technology. Well, technology is a great resource as we are now in the classroom and it can help us obtain the skills we need for a successful career, but this must come in combination with learning how to navigate the requirement of academia and a future profession without completely relying on technology. Well, that's all for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.